Well, back on the air after a low battery power. Oh shit, I've got a low battery symbol already. When I first turned it on, it was a full battery symbol, and now it's low battery symbol. So, what the hell? The baked beans are good. The sweetness is brown sugar and um, ersatz molasses, beet syrup or beet sugar syrup, sugar beet syrup, whatever it is. Common and cheap here in Deutschland, whereas molasses or melasse is expensive and hard to find. so, so I use the cheap. I mean, it says it's the same kind of dark brown goo, like tar or whatever, as molasses is, and it tastes good. It's a decent simulation of B&M baked beans, especially this time round, where I have bought a slab of bacon, one chunk of 250 milligrams or something, maybe, I don't know, two, three, whatever. Pretty big chunk, lots of fat. So I've cut up chunks of that into the present B&M simulation beans to simulate the chunks of pork fat that are a few of in a can of B&M, or at least in my childhood. And although I hated fat, I liked those chunks of kind of vacated fat, you could say, where most of the fat has been cooked out of them, and they're just soft and interesting, you know. Maybe because there weren't many of those in a can, and it's like, well, who gets the special thing? Like, who gets the backbone vertebrae of the canned salmon, and who gets a slice of the waffle when there's four sides or four slices and five people and all that. Anyway, I approve of my latest bean attempt with the brown sugar, the ersatz molasses, senfpulver, ingwer, pulver, black pepper. I really put in maybe a quarter teaspoon or so, or maybe more, of black pepper pre-ground out of the jar, cheap Timbu brand or something like that. Not fresh ground, but I like the old, what's to me natural black pepper is what comes out of the pepper shaker of my childhood, and that was pre-ground, of course, not until my highfalutin sister got involved and brought fresh ground pepper and wine and stuff to the table. Anyway, it's good, and having sweet baked beans with a fair amount, not huge amount of sugar, and still a tremendous amount of carbohydrate in any case, is sort of tweaking my nose or whatever at type 2 diabetes, like, hey, fuck you. I'll try to be reasonable. I'll cut back on the worst things, and incidentally, I've lost something like 8 kilos, opgenommen. And as I say, incidentally, I haven't tried to lose weight, but I have modified my diet somewhat. And I think, I do think, in a healthy-ish direction. Anyway, it's cute to see me lit from 2 sides, and I'm enjoying my unkempt form of appearance these days. Just, this is what the body does if you don't mess with it, if you don't fuck with it. This is just what this body does, has done, long in the back even. Pretty soon I could do ponytail, front and back. I've done that once at I forget the name of the holiday, but it's a kind of carnival holiday in a Jewish setting, and it's the day when you can make fun of the rabbi and make fun of the wisdom and whatever, and I have showed up at one of those celebrations with a front ponytail. I think like a red ribbon or whatever. Just once. Still, it's low battery, but it hasn't clicked off. I'm inclined to let the battery time the duration of this particular exercise in futility and voyeuristic futility. Anyway, I am experiencing a little joy in terms of these 2 longish phone chats.